HIV looks like a child. Burst through a bloody, disease-ridden canal into a world that would make dying seem worth your while. It looks like a child. Born with an enlarged spleen. Packaged with the inability to do things like join America's great army or be all that she could be or simply live a life of normality because the cool kids think HIV is ugly and she looks just like it. Swollen lymph nodes and all because her mother made one false move, one high that came down too soon. Her mother was doomed to a life full of death, and so was she. It was predicted that she would breathe her last breath before 5, but here she stands, 5'9", flashing a smile that blinds eyes, trying to see her pain. Her breath carries hints of disdain, but she mustn't remain silent, no matter how bad it stinks. She can't allow people to go on and think that HIV only looks like skinny bodies, pale skin, open sores, and baby thin heads. She can't help but start a movement that does more than just wear red t-shirts on December 1st. No matter how much it hurts, she was cursed with this enigma. So she sets out to slay this fire-breathing stigma of HIV and pray that the world will no longer be bullies, but become fully aware that they are just jealous of the magic in Irving's HIV money and his HIV AMCs and his HIV grande lattes and whatever other HIV things he had. You see, HIV looks like a healthy man with sick paper who didn't ask for the haters. Looks like little girls in South Africa that didn't ask for the rapers. HIV looks like niggas with attitude watching Easy leave 10 days after going to the doctor for what he believes to be asthma. HIV looks like a boy receiving the wrong blood transfusion at 13 who will one day lose his life at 18. Ryan White lived 5 years longer than expected because God wanted to show the world what HIV looks like, and it damn sure don't look like BET's main excuse for promoting awareness through 30-second commercials and interludes and videos of men telling our young women to have a baby by them after they blamed it on the alcohol. Wasted these young women become consumed in their mother's basement, trapped in between walls of ignorance, lying in their innocence, bare naked, as HIV stares them in the eyes. They don't know that they too will soon know what HIV looks like, and it looks like cocktails that don't get served during happy hour, but get served in the form of a capsule of pills to kill this disease that seeks to devour our young and leave them orphanized in the concrete jungles of Washington, D.C. And add insult to injury by telling them that dandelions don't belong in the midst of roses. Take peace and teases them by dangling underneath of their noses. But what HIV doesn't know is I've known what it looks like for years. I've cried its abandoned tears, and I've lived with the fear of dying, been caught flying without wings, and been found lying in cold prayers on floor 3 of Children's National Medical Center, realizing that I don't own the luxury of only having colds in the winter, but opportunistic diseases left me asking Jesus, when was summer really going to begin? When was I going to be able to ride my bike, arms stretched wide, hands caressing the wind, with the same hand used by God to compose symphonies in the key of brokenness? I know what HIV looks like. Every morning, I stare it in the eyes, realizing that even though my biological mother's memory cannot be found in my mind, I am the only one of my siblings that carry her bloodline. I am the only one of my siblings blessed with a life full of positivity. I know what HIV looks like, and I will continue to live my life exposing the ever-changing face of HIV and pray that the world will no longer be bullies, but become fully aware that if it only takes 32 people to die for a nation to become Hokies, then surely the death of over 25 million people will bring the world to become a sea of red ribbons, so HIV will no longer look like anything but extinct. Please don't misunderstand me. Knowing what HIV looks like comes with the price of my life nailed to a ruthless disease, but I'd rather die telling people what HIV looks like than to live with knowing I haven't said a word.